Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you for not very long today. I am with you for not very long. Hold on, let me move over. Try to do a little more centering of myself. Uh, Come in. Please say hello. Please say hello when you come in. I'm needy, and I need you to say hi. Okay, and I just like seeing the comments on the screen. Let's see. I don't actually have a whole lot today because I was not gonna go on or come on at all. Um, I've been chilling in the bed today. Yeah, I've been in the bed chilling today because I just feel that little cough. It's developed a little more, so it's a little bit stronger of a cough. And just don't feel amazing today. I don't feel amazing. So if you ask me how I'm doing, I'm not fantastic today. I'm still good. I'm still good. Miss Lucky Charm, Quintano. Hold on, let me put them up. Miss Lucky Charm, Quintano, Scott. Scott, good afternoon. Yeah, not feeling amazing and fantastic today. Still got this cough. And I think more than anything, when I get these coughs, the uh the actual coughing is what gives me a slight headache. So I have a slight headache. LaDonna, um, Michelle, Marquita, Anthony, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Um, Angela, good afternoon. Who else? Andrea. I gotta move to the side because there's a camera. Hold on, let me drop this down. Y'all can't see this, but I can. So I don't have to move to the side. Trying to get my second camera set up, but it was in the way. So good afternoon. Again, today's going to be really short because I don't feel amazing. I woke up about 30-45 minutes ago. I got this cough. Yeah, and it's kind of giving me a little bit of a headache. So I debated, like, do I go on at all? It's like, yeah, get up, go in there, talk to the people, let the people know. Somebody says, Dewanda, hey, how you doing? Somebody says I better get tested. For what? Get tested for what? Let's assume what you would say probably would be the worst case scenario. I have the coronavirus again. Okay, why am I getting tested? I would treat the coronavirus the same way that I would treat a cold. Kind of relax, kind of stay away from people. If I have to go out, do the same thing, wear a mask, try to keep my distance, limit going out as much as I can, and let my royal antibodies fight it. So what difference do it make if I know that I got the coronavirus or if I just got a cold? Makes no difference. Makes no difference. But I've had the coronavirus, and this ain't what it felt like. This ain't what it felt like. It could still be just different symptoms, but this is not what it felt like. Let me see. Have you drank any hot tea? I have not. I've not done anything. Like I had that little cough yesterday. And but in terms of how I felt fantastic. It was just that little cough, just like a little tickle right above my diaphragm. Now it's kind of the same thing, but I feel a little something a little further up, and that's that. But no, I didn't do anything. I don't take medicine and all that kind of stuff. Um, but I might drink some tea. I got some honey and some lemons and some tea. So I might do that. I might do that. Yeah, I might do that. Victoria says, it makes a difference. You should not be around people. You never know what people's immune. I'm thinking you mean what their immune system is like or whatever. No, I don't know. But again, I treat this just like it was the coronavirus, same way I would treat it if it were the flu, same way I would treat it if it was the common cold. Lewis says, can I please call into your show, please? Of course you can. The number is 513-717-KING. That's 5464. 513-717-KING. That's the number. And anyone can call in. But again, this is going to be a shorter show. A shorter show. Let me see. Someone just sent me. Where? I saw. No, it was after that. After that. There we go. Good afternoon, E-Man. I saw the execution video. I don't see how it was justified at all. Talking about the video that I talked about yesterday, that everybody was supposed to at least go read up on the story. Everybody was supposed to go read up on the story. Let me see. What was his name again? Corey Obregon. Corey Obregon. Police officer out of Arkansas. Police officer out of Arkansas. Executed a guy. Executed a young man. And they said it was justified. You guys were all supposed to go read up on it. COVID cough. Good afternoon. Hey, if it's COVID, it's COVID. My royal antibodies will fight it again. They are 1-0, and they will win again. Oh, speaking of 1-0, because they'll be 2-0. And in my mind, if you beat it 4 times, it's a sweep. Kind of like what happened to the Nets. And that was I was rooting for the Nets. I was rooting for the Nets, mainly for Kyrie Irving. I think they did that brother wrong. They treated him wrong. And I just wanted to see him get out there and overcome. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Kevin Durant. I'm not a mark for, really any of them. Like, how you had a LeBron, the LeBron people who are still posting about how much better LeBron is than Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant got swept, as if LeBron is even in the playoffs. Like, you're a straight mark when your dude didn't even make the playoffs with a team that he cobbled together to resume an all-star team. They didn't even make the playoffs. But now, he's better than Durant because Durant got swept. And I don't know if he's better than Durant. I know I like Durant. I know he's a good basketball player. And I know I'm bothered that they got swept. But, oh well. Let's go Golden State. That was the teams that I wanted to see in the finals. I wanted to see Golden State and the New Jersey Nets. Or Brooklyn Nets. I'm sorry. I'm still back when they was New Jersey. The Brooklyn Nets. That was what I wanted to see. Okay, not going to happen. Not going to happen. I don't like Boston. I don't like Boston. And I got nothing against any of the individual players on Boston's team. It's Boston. It's Boston. KD is nowhere near LeBron. It's LeBron versus MJ. KD is not on that level. LeBron didn't even make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. They didn't even make the playoffs. These are the people who probably believe LeBron gonna win the NBA championship this year too. No, not with the Lakers. Just he gonna get into the playoffs. He gonna play 1-on-5. He gonna dominate, and he gonna win the championship all by himself. I'm like, come on, y'all, get off that man's dick. It's gotta be tiring for him for y'all to just be riding his jock like that. He's a good basketball player. Just let him be a good basketball player. He didn't make it. That happens. But KD did. They didn't look good at all. They didn't look good at all. And I mean, clearly they got swept. So it's Golden State. I don't hear the teams that I don't want to see. The teams that LeBron just won a championship. What, last night? He won. Oh, you're talking about last year? We're not talking about last year. We talking about now. Using that logic, hey, Michael Jordan just won 6. What? Magic just won how many? What, 4, 5? Come on, y'all. Stop this. That's the past. Let go of the past. Let go of that man's dick from the past so that he can move on now. Like you jocking Kyrie. I'm not sitting here, oh, he's the best ever and he's the greatest this. All I'm saying is I wanted to see him win a championship because of what he went through. That's different than, oh, he can win it all by himself. I'm not all on his job. See, there's a difference. There's a difference. I do think he's a good basketball player. I do. What did Kyrie and KD win this year? I rest my case. I was not aware that you were arguing a case. So in your mind, you were actually arguing a case for your right to ride on LeBron's dick so hard. You can. You can rest that case. I'm not saying you can't. I just think it's funny. He's not even in the playoffs. He's not even in the playoffs. And that wasn't an analogy. That was just, if we going back to the future, I mean, to the past, then go back to the past. Go back to the past. But past, LeBron won 1 year and a half ago. How long? 1 year and a half ago. Hold on. How long? 1 year and a half. And we're talking about when? Now. You don't realize that that's the past? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up a definition of the past. It wouldn't be right now. Y'all just can't help yourself. Y'all can't help yourself. That's funny. Oh. Stick to wrestling. Pro sports aren't your thing. You stick to jocking because that seems to really be your thing. Or somebody else's thing is your thing. You like they thing, which is kind of sad. Okay, did anybody? Oh, man, he's got to go one more. Right now, Kyrie and KD got swept. Right. Well, he said sweep, but I know what he meant. Right. That's what I said. I said, see, that's the difference between jocking. Like, that don't hurt my feelings because they did. They got swept. I don't like it because I was rooting for them, but it happened. You move on, and now I'm rooting for Golden State. See that? See how that's not riding anybody's jock? See how I'm not filleting any other man? Just take a look. They lost. They're done. We move on. I'm not, well, but they won championships years ago, so they're better than they lost. Playoffs go on, they go home, and we move on. And I'm rooting for another team. And I'm rooting against. Because I don't know why. I don't like Milwaukee. I don't like, what's his name? Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever. I don't like him. I don't know why. Well, hold on, I don't dislike him. Like, I don't dislike. He didn't dress up as a gorilla and make all black men look bad or attempt to. So I don't dislike him. But I don't like him. I don't know what it is about him in Milwaukee that I don't like. So I'm kind of rooting against them. Nikki Carter says, why? He hasn't done anything. True. That's why I said I don't dislike him, but I don't like him. I don't know why. Every once in a while, that happens. Every once in a while, there's just somebody that you don't like. And he's that guy for me. And I don't know why. It might be the uniform. I don't know why, but I don't like him. But again, I don't dislike him. And yes, the gorilla. And yes, the Bucks look really strong. So now kind of in my mind, even though I want them to lose, like I would rather see Boston there over Milwaukee because I don't dislike any of the, or I don't not like any of the Boston players. It's just that they play for Boston. But I don't have anything against Giannis. I don't want to see nothing bad happen to him. None of that kind of stuff. He's a good player. Not taking that away. There's just, I don't know why. There's just something about him I don't like. And I can't put my finger on it. Like how some of y'all put y'all finger on LeBron, where y'all like. I can't put my finger on what it is that I don't like about him. But yeah, no, he doesn't. I don't want to see them win. I was not happy that they won last year. But they won. I mean, you can't take that away from them. They won. So it is what it is. They won. I hope it don't happen again. I want to see Golden State, or I would love to see Chris Paul get a championship. Either of those teams out of the West, I would love to see either one of them winning. So, yeah. Did I see Stephen A. Smith destroy Ben Simmons? No, I did not, because I don't watch when Stephen A. Smith is on. He every once in a while he talks and he does what he does, but most times he's playing a character, and I don't like that character. So when he start doing that character, I can't watch him. And because he goes into it so often, I have to turn and I can't watch him. So no, I don't know what he said. I was disappointed that Ben Simmons decided not to play, but I don't know what's going on with him. I heard a whole lot of the stuff that a lot of people said, but look, if I don't know what's going on with you, they don't know what's going on with you, and And everybody be talking, well, but it's about the team. It's about the team. No, sometimes it's about you. Sometimes it's about you. He's got to look out for himself physically or mentally or whatever else is going on. If his back is really messed up and then he get out there and he play and he injures himself and his career is over, is the rest of his team going to stop playing in solidarity? No, no, they're not. Are they going to donate him money every year that he would be playing to equal the salary that he would be getting? No, no, they're not. He has to look out for himself. And that I kind of respect. I do know a little bit, just a little bit, and in spite of what some other people might say, I do know a little bit. But yeah, I was disappointed that he didn't play, and hopefully they can pull it together next year, Brooklyn that is, and maybe win a championship. Hopefully, but if not, it is what it is. I'm not gonna lose any sleep because of it. I'm not gonna lose any sleep because of it. And if you don't like Brooklyn, I don't think you're a hater. You just don't like Brooklyn. If you don't like KD, I don't think you're a hater. You just don't like KD. If you don't like Kyrie, and apparently there's a lot of people that don't like Kyrie Irving, I don't think you're a hater. You just don't like Kyrie Irving. And I'm comfortable with that. I like the guy. You don't. See? See, that's me not filleting that man. That's me being okay with other people not liking somebody just because I like them. I'm teaching a lesson now. It's a shame that you have to teach grown men this lesson. But yeah, you can not like players. You can. Right. But if you don't like LeBron, you're a hater. That's the way that the people, because to them, he tastes so good. And he tastes so good to them. How could he not taste good to you? But yeah, I can't get down. I can't get down like that. I can't get down like that. So I like KD. I like Kyrie. I like Steph. I'm debating, do I don't really, I don't like or dislike Clay. I don't, he's just kind of to me. Yeah. But anyway, all right, now, but back to, because I'm actually gonna be oh, wait a minute, here's somebody, tell me how you saying he tastes like goat? Okay. Daryl. Daryl says he tastes like goat. All right. Glenn knows what he tastes like. Apparently, he knows what a lot of men taste like. He said tastes like losers getting swept. So he knows what that tastes like. I don't know what any of them taste like. And if y'all do, that's fine. Vernon says, "What's up?" And see, that's wrong. That's wrong. Hold on. It's if it was wrong, follow me on this one. If it was wrong for Chris Rock to talk about or to say G.I. Jane 2, if it was wrong for Chris Rock to say G.I. Jane 2, it's wrong for y'all to talk about Kevin Durant's hair. Like, he's clearly losing some, and it's not like he wants to. And, we used to call them antisocial BBs. He got those antisocial BBs. And but if it's wrong to talk about Jada's hair because she's losing a little bit right there, it's wrong to talk about Kevin Durant's hair. I know LeBron sexuals aren't speaking on anyone's hair. Oh, well, I mean, until you've seen a gorilla with a wig, until you've seen a gorilla with a wig, you know. But I was moving on, and then y'all gonna bring that up. But yeah. How about we not talk about people in terms of their physical appearance? Like whether or not he can play ball, what's that got to do with his hair? And because his hair is the texture that it is. So, so um if KD doesn't want to lose his hair, he has enough money to correct that easily. No, he doesn't. I know a lot of rich people. Well, I don't know a lot of rich people. I know of a lot of rich people who do not want to lose their hair, but all the money in the world, all the money in the world, don't make their hair grow. Now they can like do like some people do and get a hair piece or get some implants, but that's not making their hair grow. So, no, he does not have enough money to actually correct it. He probably has enough money to maybe do something to cover it up. But then he'd be running around and potentially his wig would flip up in the middle of a game. And that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. So, yeah, all the money he got, I don't think they've developed a way to make your hair start back growing. Otherwise, I'm certain he'd pay for it. I'm certain he'd pay for it. Enough money to fix it. But that's not a fix. That's not a fix. If the thing ain't working and you know, you do some workaround, that's not actually fixing the problem. So maybe we have different definitions of fixing. Different definitions of fixing. Let me see. Back to Officer Corey Obregon. For those of you who did watch that, and again, I talked about it a little bit yesterday, and the reason that I want to bring it up is because I want to put it in your mind. I want to put it in your mind. I want you to see because there's enough of us, and when I say us, I just mean citizens of the United States of America who don't understand the problem that we are currently having with policing in America. And I'm not going to go deep into it. Again, if you wanted to see it, oh, wait a minute, there's a version that I can play. Hold on, where is this? There's an edited version that doesn't actually show the execution, even though I think you should probably go watch that video so that you can actually see what's going on out here. But there is a version of the video. Hold on, let me see.
Program with Jungle Police Sport. The reason I'm getting out with your man.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this portion of the video. I'm not gonna play the portion where he was actually executed, but I'm gonna play this portion of it just so you can see what happened leading up to this execution. Let me slide over a little bit so I can bring that in here. And again, I will not show the actual execution. I'll just show you kind of the lead up. This man is walking down the street, minding his own business. And this officer pulls up.
Program with Jungle Police Department. The reason I'm getting out with you, man, we're just doing a little bit of drug interdiction in the area. We're just trying to get to know people also. There's a little bit of community policing, okay? Do what? Hey, come here. Come here. I can smell marijuana. Come here.
Oh, yeah.
Now, hold on. Look at where they are. They out in the street. He pulls up. He says he's with some drug intervention unit. Look at this guy. He is just walking down the street. Like he said, he just came from the store. Again, that could be any of us. Any of us walking down the street, coming from the store, and a police officer pulls up talking about he's with the drug intervention unit, trying to get to know the community. He says, I'm minding my own business, walking down the street. I just came from the store.
Come here.
You're lying.
Come here.
No.
Hey, come here.
Then he says he smells marijuana. He smells marijuana. Look at where they are. They're outside. If this man has a pound of marijuana in his jacket outside in the air, he ain't smoking it, clearly. How are you smelling it? You a drug dog now? He's a drug dog. And as far away from him as he is, he can smell what do you think? A baggie of marijuana? They use that. I think a lot of us know this. There are some people who still believe, well, he said he smelled marijuana. He said, drop the weapon. He said, get your hand off him. He said, stop resisting. There's enough of us that actually believe that just because a police officer says something, that makes it so. But this man saying, I smell marijuana outside when he ain't smoking no. Now, maybe he did smell marijuana. But if he smelled marijuana, my bet is he didn't smell marijuana coming from him. Somebody maybe was in their house, heating their house with marijuana. Because in my mind, that's the only way you're going to smell it. I have a neighbor who smokes marijuana. I don't smell that marijuana when he's smoking it. Unless, I'm like in the path of the way the wind is carrying that smoke. And he has to be outside smoking it. And then I have to be in that path. Then I can smell it. But when he in his house smoking it, I have no idea. No idea. And definitely when he just carrying it around outside, I can't smell it. So the fact, I smell marijuana, stop it. Stop it. He didn't smell no marijuana. I'm going to back it up just a little bit.
Well, also, there's a little bit of community policing, okay?
They're doing community policing.
Do what? Hey, come here. Come here. I can smell marijuana on you. Come here.
Oh, you're lying.
Come here.
You're lying.
Come here.
No.
Hey, come here.
Smell marijuana,
Come
bro.
here.
What are
Come
you
here.
doing?
I will tell you. Come here.
No, you're
Come
making
here.
me nervous.
I'm going to stop it right there because that's from that point. He climbs on top of this guy. What I saw, and I would play it, but I know there's enough people who don't want to see that, and I don't want to traumatize anybody. It looked like this young man might have had a gun on him. Might have. And that police officer reached down, got his hand on that gun, and maybe accidentally discharged it. Shooting himself, maybe. And then he pulls out his weapon and literally shoots that young man 2 times. They say one went through the back of his neck and one went through the back of his head. And it wasn't too rapid pop. Vernon says, I need to see it. Because Vernon always believes whatever the police say. So Vernon, I believe you probably need to see it. You can go check it out. You see the video, body cam footage of Arkansas officer fatally shooting man. Excuse me. Jace says, I think he fired a shot first and hit the police in the leg. Again, I watched it, and it didn't look to me like he fired a shot hitting the police in the head. It looked to me like the police officer fired a shot hitting the police in the leg. That's what it looked to me like. Hold on, let me go to the phone. Quintano, you're on the afternoon experiment.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, sir?
I was look, man, I saw that video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you said it was he shot himself and he shot dude twice, right?
That's what I believe, yes.
I didn't hear 3 shots.
Yeah, I did. I heard the first shot. It was a little muffled, but I did hear an initial shot, and then he kind of got up. He still had control of the young man with the one hand, and he pulled out his weapon with the other hand, and he shot him twice towards the back of the head.
I saw that was kind of creepy because when he first shot him, he went limp.
Yes.
And then he aimed it, like, you know what I'm saying? He aimed it directly at the back of his head, and then he shot him again. Like, it was, yeah, that was weird. I don't get it. I don't know, man. But then again, like you were talking about the other day, well, I don't know if it was you or somebody else. It was like you can be arrested for resisting arrest.
Yeah.
Like there was no charge. He had no charge on this dude.
None.
To even engage him.
None.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that's why I say you got a young man. What was he? 22. Let me see if I can pull up the story again. If I can pull up the story again, I think he was 22. Oh, come on, where is it?
See, I didn't have a chance to read the story.
Yeah, 22 years old, walking down the street.
Damn.
He says he was approaching him as a part of a drug interdiction operation in the area. Then he detected a strong odor of marijuana. Wow. Again, think about how reasonable that was.
If he's in his car, right? How did he smell the marijuana on dude? Like
he didn't. At no point did he smell marijuana, because even after the investigation was over, they said they found no marijuana on him. So he didn't even have any marijuana. That's just something that some of them say as a reason to stop you, because they know they can just say that, because you can't prove that I didn't smell some marijuana.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Well, that's crazy. Oh, but I was going to ask you this. Whenever people, and this kind of makes me weirded out, and it's about the coach thing.
All right.
Everybody talk about, God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever people refer to God, they always talk about the Christian God, right?
Okay.
Most times. But you know that there's like 1,000 gods out there. Like most of them is in Hinduism alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people have appropriated the name or the term God for just Christianity. You see what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, they like if you're praying to God, right? And I'm with a Muslim, I'm with a Hindu, and I'm with a Jew, right? A Jewish person. And we're praying to God.
Right.
Is that just your God, or is they God too?
Well, if I'm praying to the deity that I believe to be God. They
Right.
can pray to the 1 or the 10 or the 50 that they believe to be God. But why would
Right.
I pray to they God if I don't believe in they God or gods? I'm not praying to Zeus.
But I mean, I understand that,
Not
but
gonna
I'm
do
just
it.
saying that it's like somehow it's like Christianity has just appropriated that term, and that's all it is that there is. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, I reject that wholeheartedly. Just like you
How?
just said that there are different religions that worship different gods, right?
Right.
They're different what?
Gods.
Exactly.
Different religions.
So just
Right.
because I talk about my God with respect and reverence and all of that kind of stuff, don't mean that I've appropriated the term. I just use the term correctly to talk about the God that I believe in or that I worship
So
or whatever.
why don't y'all say his name instead of just being like God? Because in the Hebrew language, God actually meant man. By definition, not by like symbolism.
Hold on. So what do you want people to say?
Use the name of whoever they praying to. Well, I say God because that's a generalization. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But
that's
if I
just
know who I'm talking about,
a general term.
but if I know who I'm talking about, then why do I have to say that I know?
Okay.
I mean, maybe it bothers you, which I don't know. Do you pray?
No, I mean it don't bother.
Hold on, wait.
It don't bother me. It's just a question for me.
Okay.
I really don't care because I don't subscribe to any religion. So you know.
Then why? Okay.
I'm just asking the question because every time it seems like in this country, which I don't know why they keep saying this, like this is a Christian country, this is a Christian country. This is not a Christian country by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. I don't get it. I mean, I just don't get religion any period. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense to me.
All right.
God don't have a religion. Why do I have to have one?
You don't have to have one.
There it is.
And you can pray to Zeus or any gods you want or none. And I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
All right.
I was just asking. I mean, it didn't bother me.
All right.
You know, do your thing.
All right. I appreciate the call.
All right, then. Peace.
All right. That was Quintano. And may Zeus be with you. Vernon says he saw the video. Do you really think you can shoot a cop and he not shoot back? What did I miss since I take the side of the cops, Emanuel? You missed, number one, I believe the cop shot himself. Number two, after the first shot, that dude went limp. He was dead. And then the cop shot him a second time. But the main thing that you missed, Vernon, is why did the cop stop this dude? What was his reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime had happened or was happening or was about to happen? Now, even if I take, which I'm sure you take the position, because, you know, well, I'm sure you take the position that the guy shot the cop first. Which, hold on, let me pause there. You say, do you really think you can shoot a cop and he not shoot back? Cops shoot people and you expect them to not shoot back. Believe it or not, cops are just people. We're all people. I got just as much right to defend myself as a cop has to defend himself. And if I've done nothing wrong and an armed guy runs up to me and tackles me for no reason, and I happen to have a gun on me and he has a gun on him, I get to defend myself. Now, no, Vernon, that might sound crazy to you. That number one, police should have to have a reason to stop me and kill me. That sounds crazy to you, I know. But police should have to have a reason to stop me and kill me. They shouldn't just be able to say, hey, there's an end, let me stop him. we kind of got like a constitution and Supreme Court decisions that say you can't do that, even if you are, as I'm sure you view them, Vernon, some super citizens above reproach and can never do anything wrong. But there should have to be a reason for you to stop me. Like an actual, not a made up, I smell marijuana. When it wasn't no marijuana even on him. He in his car, 10 feet away, smelling phantom marijuana coming from a dude. And then, yeah, if an armed dude tackles me and tries to take my, let me ask you this. What would happen if just for no reason I saw a cop? I told him, stop, come here. I smell marijuana. I ran and I tackled that cop and tried to take his gun from him. What you think would happen to me? Just curious as to what you think. Whatever it is you think, you're probably right. I'd be dead. They would kill me. So why does a cop get to do it for no reason? Well, in this case, you're very wrong. They had no reason to stop him, but they will know very fast if this cop shot himself. But if he shot the cop, then all bets are off. They won't know very fast because they're not going to investigate. They've already come to the conclusion that the cop was right. They've already come to that conclusion. And if a cop shoots, or if I try to take a cop's gun, he gonna shoot me, Vernon. He gonna kill me. So why do you believe that as a citizen, I don't have a right to defend myself from a lawless law enforcement official? Yes, I would be very dead. Jace says he shouldn't have run. I'm not sure about that. Look, I'm not a big proponent of run. Most times I would say you shouldn't run. But, okay, let me ask you. Jace, you outside, minding your own business. I come up to you telling you to stop and I got a gun. And I'm telling you I smell weed. Come here. What you gonna do? You gonna stop and come here? Hold on, you're not a law enforcement official. But see, here's the difference. I mean, here's where it's significant. I'm a man just like he's a man. And just like we're both men, he has to have a reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime or be investigating a crime or something in order to make me stop. They don't get to just make you stop because they feel like it, y'all. Why are you trying to take a cop's gun, Emanuel? Let's say I think that cop is about to try to shoot me. That's why. I think he's about to try to kill me. And I don't want him to kill me. Just like, why was that cop trying to take his gun? Because he thought that maybe he would try to use it, right? Same reason. Believe it or not, we're all people. Like, I don't understand what y'all got in y'all brains that make y'all believe that law enforcement officials are any more, have any more right to live than regular citizens. We all have the same right to live. I got a right to walk down the street and not be shot twice in the back of the head by a police officer. I got a right. Now, I know some of y'all, Vernon, don't believe that. But I have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That first one is very important. I got a right to live. And it's not necessarily a bad idea if an armed man runs up to you lying, I smell marijuana, lying, approaching you with a gun. It's not always a horrible idea to run away. Because guess what? You want to live. It's not wrong, y'all, to want to live. It's not wrong to not want to be murdered. Even if the guy murdering you has on a costume. It's not wrong to not want to be murdered. They scared Emanuel. That's why they think the way they do, like talking to a brick wall. Jason says, run away, you getting shot. Stay there. Guess what? You getting shot. But even if, so we should all, Vernon, you should. Vernon, anytime you see a police officer, you just take off running. That's what you should do. Yes. Yes. Anytime, Vernon. This is advice from the king of talk to you, Vernon. Anytime you see a police officer, you riding down the street and you see one in a car riding the other way, punch it, run, hop out the car, bail out, and run through somebody's yard, jump a fence. Yes, you should run every time you see the police. Yes, that's what you should do. Better chance of living if you don't run. Really? Really? Prove that. Prove that. Eric Garner did not run. He didn't run. Tamir Rice, he didn't run. Prove to me that there's a better chance of living if you don't run. Prove it. That's beautiful to say. That's beautiful to say. And it sounds like there's some sort of good excuse for why that's okay. Vernon says, I've been stopped too many times and I've never ran and never will. I'm good. Then stop saying stupid stuff like, are you saying everybody should run? No reasonable human hearing me is heard that I'm saying everybody who stopped by a police officer should run. No reasonable human heard that. They can't prove that, E. That's right, they can't. They just say it. I'm telling you, one of the biggest fights in dealing with this, is dealing with some of y'all mentality. Dealing with some of y'all mentality. We've seen videos where the police shoot when folks didn't run. Philando Castile didn't run. That black in Florida, when he had his hand up, sitting on the ground, was still shot. Unfortunately, he survived. Vernon says, replying to himself, he sounds crazy at this point, so just run. Again, no reasonable human heard that. Now, that's what cop suckers hear. That's what copsuckers here. Oh, you got a right to, and if it look, at a point, it might not be a bad idea to run. I'm telling you, if given a situation where I know, or I strongly believe ain't nothing I can do, this cop is hell bent on killing me. You think I'm gonna just stand there and get killed? I'm sorry. In that case, well, I ain't did nothing wrong. I haven't done anything to harm anyone. I'm not committing a crime. I'm not thinking of committing a crime. Police comes up to me, pull out his gun, talking crazy. And I can feel that this police officer got it in his mind. He getting one off today. I'm gonna just stand there and say, all right, go ahead and kill me. And pray to Zeus that I be all right. No, not gonna happen. There are cases, yes, or people who have not run and gotten shot, but there are way more cases of people surviving who didn't run. Then tell them to me. Tell them to me. Show it, prove it. You can't prove it. That's just something that you say. That's just something that you say. In order to know that, you'd have to know every case of everyone who's ever run and the outcome to be able to statistically work it out and say, these are the people who ran. This percentage of them got killed and this percentage of them didn't. And then you have to look at every other police interaction and say, these are the, you can't prove that. Google it. You can't Google it. Because what you're saying is not a factual thing that you can Google. That's what's been put in your head. That's what's been put in your head. And I don't understand y'all. Y'all frustrate me. And look, y'all know, a few when the last dude got shot in the back of the head in Grand Rapids, I was clearly and now Jason is being stupid. And you can't prove by running away that you have a better chance of survival. You can't prove that. I never said I could. Because I never stated that as a fact. Never did. I said, if I'm in a situation where I believe that this police officer is going to try to kill me either way, I'm taking my chances and running. Now, I said earlier, when we were talking about the guy getting shot in the back of the head at Grand Rapids, which Jason, you and Vernon probably like. But I said earlier, if it's me, and I think I'm just going to get arrested on some BS, I'm not going to resist. I'm just let them arrest me. I'm going to just let them arrest me. But if I'm in a situation, I'm telling you this now, so everybody will know. If I'm in a situation where I have the notion that no matter what I do, this dude about to shoot me, I'm running. I'm taking my chances getting shot running than just standing there getting shot. Well, do you know every case where a person didn't run? So how can you? I never said I could prove it. Do y'all hear yourselves? Like, y'all, look at how far y'all bending over to make it okay that police are shooting people in the back of the head. Stopping for no reason. How about address that, Jason? Vernon? How about address that? Why is he stopping him for no reason? Now, y'all want to address, somehow in y'all mind, the police gotta be right. So y'all want to look over everything else. I don't understand people who enjoy this stuff, who look at a black man getting shot in the back of the head by a police officer and says, well, good, because he shouldn't have did this. I don't understand y'all. CK, you're on the afternoon experiment. CK? Oh, Lord. CK.
What's up, man? Emanuel, how you doing, brother?
CK, I'm doing all right.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood, ain't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
I was watching your show, man. It was incredible. You hear me?
I hear you.
I just wanted to say, man, that I think that you are doing a good job, you know what I mean, motivating the young people of Cincinnati to go out here and get money and stop the violence. And remember, you told the people to nominate a black African-American woman for the Supreme Court justice.
I did think that was a great idea, and I'm glad Joe Biden did it.
Come on now. The same dude me and you voted for put a black woman in Supreme Court justice. Am I lying?
You're not lying.
Come on now. That's what I'm saying. If you believe then you can achieve, just look at me. Remember? Supreme Court justice. All you got to do is believe in your dreams, and you will achieve everything you want to get. Remember, we were talking about stopping the violence last time.
We were.
Now look at us. The violence has stopped by 50% since me and you talked. I told you how to do it.
Hold on, the violence
Remember,
has...
I told you how easy.
Wait. The violence has what?
We have stopped the violence by 50% with our engagement when me and you spoke on the phone last time.
I did not know that we did that. All right.
Yes. Remember I told you, I said, we have to start treating black women as the best. Stop treating them equal. Treat black women as God, not God, but treat them as the best humans. Then treat black women.
Hold on, CK. Where are you getting that we have, in the past 2 weeks, cut violence in half? Where are you getting that information?
No, I look at the body count. Look at the body count. At the time of your report, we were suffering. It was like 8 murders that week. The past week, we only had 3. That's cut in half -2. So we're doing good. So, I mean, I know you want 0 murders, but it takes time, sir.
Okay, I don't know that it actually works like that, but I roll with it. Okay, great.
Yeah, and remember, the last time we talked, the only reason we was having problems with stopping the violence is because you didn't have faith in your heart. Remember, you didn't think, you was like, you didn't even have hope that you could do it.
You're
I'm
right.
Like, what the hell?
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Right. And I told you the only reason, that's why the young people, they looking up to you. And if they see the elders don't have hope, why should they have hope? So I tell them, you tell them, no, respect is demand. I demand respect. The only way to murder me is to shoot me from the back. Shoot me in the back of the head. Because if you give me an opportunity, I'm going to de-escalate the situation and I'm going to educate you and get you more money. Just like, remember, you got to remember, I was dead. I was out. And Emanuel, a 30-year-old Emanuel, helped me when I was in my 20s. And he talked to me. He said, hold on, CK. You making excuses. You did the crime, so you must have to, remember, I was crying to you on your show about not being able to find employment because of my criminal background.
I do not remember that.
I know you don't, but I do, because it changed my life. I know you don't remember, but it was like 2011. You know, you talk to 1 million people. Come on now. But you told me, like, nah, you did the crime, so why should you was telling me, like, why should I be ahead of you if you never committed a crime?
All right. That sounds like something I would say. Yeah.
Yep. So you killed me with that. That was a knockout blow, like an Iron Mike Tyson uppercut. And it made me see you put a mirror up. I couldn't beat you. See, I'm a morally, so I'm not going to just to argue. If I'm defeated, I'm defeated. So I had to take that statement that you did and make myself a better man. Because you said, hold on, you crying and whining, but I didn't commit a crime. You did, CK. Now you deal with it, criminal king, since you want to tell your name, CK. And I was devastated by the loss I took publicly and nationally, but you was right. There was no way to go but up.
Hold on. Did I actually say crying?
Yeah, you said crying and whining. You know you like to. Well, you say that now. I don't know. I know you say that now. Like y'all crying and whining. But you helped the brother get his. See, that's to the whole story. Well, my life was over, and you saved me, like Tyson Fury. You saved my life.
Well, I'm glad that you are you like you're gainfully employed and all that stuff now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You put it in me. I was dead. I was blaming the system for my failures. I was blaming the white man for my failures. I was blaming the Republicans. And Emanuel Livingston said, hold on, CK. What is your responsibility, boy? And you didn't call me a boy, but I took it like that.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Well,
so you got to remember, you changed me. So all it takes is one. So imagine how many lives I've saved. I was dead back in 2011 until this man put a CPR and gave me back. What's the thing they put on your chest? You hit me with one of them and put life back in my life. That's how we stop the violence. You're breathing life into people, not death. You see what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, and that's why I told you, stop believing in the next. The white man wants you to think, oh, there's no way for us to start killing each other. It's easy. I keep telling you. Just listen. If you join a gang, you are joining an organization dedicated to murdering black people. So let that be clear. So before you throw up your set, I want you to tell me how much you love killing black people. You know what I mean? Let's be real. I don't want you to be a gang member and then be out here protesting Black Lives Matter. No, Black Lives don't matter to you until a cop kills us. No, you need to be protesting your organization killing black people. Crip, Blood, Rolling 60, GD, BD. They're the people we fear. No, ain't no fear. Y'all goofies. You are killing us more than the Ku Klux Klan, and you will be held accountable. Because I don't fear no gangbanger. I look at you as a clown that rejoice in the murder of your people. So before you tell me about Republicans, before you tell me about Donald Trump, tell me about the gang members that's black, that's killing us, and bragging about it on the internet. You feel me, Emanuel Livingston?
All right.
That's the feeling. What you got to say?
I don't really have anything to say. I'm glad you turned your life around.
No, it ain't about me. It's about you. Do you have hope that we can stop the killings now after talking to me?
No, I don't. But here's what I'll say. I don't necessarily believe that we've reduced the violence by 50%. Just because there has been maybe a lull doesn't mean that that's because of the conversation that we had. But I will say that even that day when you were on, I kind of agreed with you. I kind of agreed with you that yes, we need to speak life and all of the things that you were saying. And so I'm glad that you're doing it. And I will do my best to do it. And hopefully everybody listening will do their best to do it.
And I want you to tell you how the only problem you're having now is because you got to remember you're black too. So you have natural hate for black men too.
Who?
So we got to admit, as a black man, we have natural hate. You got to understand.
No.
Hold on. I understand you're going to deny it, but I got to understand. Emanuel Livingston still went through slavery. He still went through the crack epidemic, and he still went through the gang mentality. So you still went through the same. It's anything that makes you different than the rest of us. You suffered the same casualties as us. Didn't you suffer through the crack epidemic?
I don't think so.
See, that's the point. You think that's the problem right there. You don't even think you suffered when if your people suffered, that means you suffered. So how didn't you suffer? If the black people, the whole cop epidemic did us worse than slavery, but Emanuel Livingston, a black man,
I would
did
say
not get affected by it. Please explain.
Maybe as a group, you could say we suffered, but just because the group suffered doesn't mean me as an individual suffered.
Did it affect your family? Did it affect you personally? Crack addiction and crack selling?
No, not to my knowledge. No.
That's respect. That's respect. And that's profound to hear, because I thought it was one in every family. Maybe I was mistaken, and I can respect that.
Yeah,
but
not to my. I don't know
close.
anybody in my family who smoked or sold or suffered. Now maybe it happened and I was sheltered from it, but not to my knowledge.
But and I think that's part of your problem. You didn't see a lot. You didn't feel a lot of the pain that we go through, and so I think you separate yourself from like the gang violence. It's like I lost so many people to this gang and crack. I'm like, I don't think you suffer, so you don't really know where I'm coming from when I talk to you, my perspective. Because I lost a lot of people to crack and gang violence and prison, penitentiary.
Okay.
Because I thought it was part of being black, but you're telling me it's not part of your family.
Not to my knowledge.
And that's phenomenal. And you need to be congratulated for that. And people need to be rewarded for not getting into the drug game. And just like you told me, because I was looking for excuses for being a criminal. It's no excuse for being a criminal. I did the wrong thing.
All right.
You know what I mean? But just remember, we have the power. And if you change one life, you could change a million. And I'm just telling you, you changed my life. So imagine how many lives I've saved. By you saving me, you get credit for the lives I saved also.
All right. Well,
yes, sir.
I appreciate your call, sir.
Let me hear it. Give it to me. I'm going to listen to you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. That was CK. But all right. I mean, I'm glad that I said something that changed his life. And I mean, seriously, I don't remember the conversation, but I'm glad. And if he saves lives, great. But all right. Hey, look, he's positive now. He's kind of trying to stay positive, and I appreciate that. And yeah, back to this running for the police thing, because people trying to spin me. And I'm cool with that. Y'all can try to spin it, but reasonable people understand exactly what I'm saying. Reasonable people. Now, sure, some of y'all ain't that reasonable, because y'all got to find any excuse why the cop was right. But my granddaddy told me this a long time ago. I'll never forget it. I don't even remember exactly the context that we were speaking of. But granddaddy said, a good run is better than a bad stand any day. And if I can run and not be killed as opposed to stand there and be killed, that's like a no-brainer to me. Welcome to the afternoon experiment.
Is this Emanuel?
This is Emanuel.
Hello?
Yes.
I can hardly hear you.
Okay. I can hear you just fine.
I didn't hear you.
I said, I can hear you just fine. Oh my goodness. Do you have me on the speaker?
Yeah, I'm gonna take you off. What about now?
I hear you just fine.
Yeah, you're real low.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you now. Yeah, a lot of these guys, man.
Well, hold on. First, hold on. What's your name?
My name is Robert Willis.
You said okay, Robert.
Yeah, I just listen. I hardly ever say something. I always listen, but this is a topic I had to say something on.
Okay.
These guys live in the inner city, and then they move to the suburbs, which I did too. For my son can go to school, had a better education in school, and they get out there. They act like they're afraid to talk about it because it might mess with, some of their friends around the neighborhood might be listening. But wrong is wrong and right is right. When anytime any kid can run, and when we was younger, we ran, but they shouldn't get shot in the back of the head.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just had to say something, but I don't want to, I'm done, but I just had to say that.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Robert, I appreciate your call.
All right.
All right. Shouldn't run unless it's to save your life. And running should not be a death sentence. And it's enough of us out there that look at it and say, because you can say, well, the cop was wrong, but he shouldn't have ran. Well, if he wouldn't have ran, then he wouldn't be dead. When you put those together, you're saying the cop was kind of justified in killing him because he ran. I know you don't think that that's what you're saying, but that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Running shouldn't be a death sentence. The punishment for running is resisting arrest, which there should be a reason why you're getting arrested. Should be a reason why you're getting arrested. And somebody said 2 wrongs don't make a right. When did running for my life become wrong? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. See, I can tell you what I would and what I wouldn't do, or what I think I would or what I think I wouldn't do. But I try not to. I can't say that I'm always successful. I try not to throw those terms right and wrong around just willy-nilly. But somebody said, "Oh, we're not mind readers." You don't have to be a mind reader to pick up on some. And I mean, if you, I'm not a street dude. Okay. I'm not a street dude. But I know a few street dudes. And I've hung out with a few street dudes in situations where everything seemed all right to me. And then them brothers was like, yeah, something ain't right. Let's get out of here. And I'm sitting there like, I'm with y'all, so we rolling. Let's get out of here. Let's go. And I'm like, everything seemed all right to me. And they like, I just tell you what they said. Nigga, you got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. Because that was a effed up situation. I'm like, everybody seemed like they was all right. I didn't get it. Everything seemed like it was going good. It was like, no, that was about to go real bad, real fast. Because they've been in the situation. They were right there. They saw it. They knew what was going on. If it would have been just me, well, I wouldn't have been in the situation. Excuse me, I wouldn't have been in that situation if it was just me. But if I'm in that situation, I wouldn't have seen whatever it was that they saw. Was they mind readers? No, they weren't mind readers. But they knew how to read a situation because they've been in enough of them. They done heard enough, they done been told enough, and they've experienced enough. And how many of y'all have been in a situation where something is going on, and you can tell this is about to go real bad. This is about to go real bad. Do that make you a mind reader? Do that make you a mind reader? No. So if I'm dealing with a situation, or I'm standing there with the police at 10:30 at night, on the side of the road. He's reaching for his gun, talking about, I smell marijuana. I know I ain't got no weed. And I know he ain't pulled me over for nothing. And I done dealt with this stuff before. I know it's about to go down. I know what's about to go down. I'm gonna tell, because I share the story from time to time. Now I'm not gonna share the story again, but I'm telling you this now. There's a certain way that I'm getting out of the car if a police officer orders me out of the car from now on, because of what happened to me when I was 16. Now I've been ordered out of the car since then, but there are certain things that if I see if I get this vibe from this cop, like that one when I was 16, I remember that. Y'all, I remember that. There's a certain way I'm gonna handle myself, because I done dealt with this situation before. When you get beat down by the police, but you have a lot of interactions with police, but then you get beat down a few times or you get assaulted enough, you're like, okay, I can see where this one is going. I'm not a mind reader, but I've been in situations. And so it don't seem all that strange to me, especially watching what happened afterwards, that 22-year-old young man peeped something out. If this dude get his hands on me, I'm dead. So he tried to run. And then the dude got his hands on him. And guess what? He's dead. I know I can't really make it make sense the way I know it and the way I feel it. And if you've never experienced it, like if all your interactions with police were 100% great and the way that they were supposed to, and every time you were stopped, it was because you was doing something wrong or something like that, then you don't understand it. Do you think he would be alive if he didn't run? No, I don't. I do not. I think if he would have allowed that officer to get up on him, that officer was going to find a reason to kill him. And I'm basing that on what I saw initially for why he was stopping him. And I'm basing that on watching the actual shooting. When he shot him the first time, the dude was limp. The dude was dead. That cop wanted to make sure he finished the job. He paused and he shot him a second time, square in the back of the head. So, do I think he would be alive if he didn't run? No. No, I don't. I'm not one of those. I am truly one of those people who believes that there are some law enforcement who do get up and say, I'm going to get me one today. I know you're not supposed to say that because they law enforcement, and you can't say that because that sounds bad. Oh, well. I'm one of those people. I believe that happens. And even if that don't mean I'm going to kill me one today. Like when the Cincinnati cop said, let me go lock up some ends, even though he claimed he said dopers. He was walking out with the intent on locking up some black people. And I think when you walk out with that intent, whether they did anything wrong or not, I done made up my mind, somebody going to jail. So somebody going to jail. He could have just jumped out and shot him then. Why go through the chase? You are. I don't necessarily believe you're stupid, but they know that they got on body cams, right? They know that they got on body cams. That's why they be screaming when you're not even resisting. That's why they start screaming stuff like, stop resisting. You're like, I'm not resisting. Stop resisting. Get your hands off of my gun. Pow. No, they know they can't just jump out the car and shoot you in the head. They know they can't do that. You can't be that dense, Jason. You can't. You can't watch this. You can't watch this and be that dense. You just can't do it. Okay, maybe you don't know this, but every time a police officer says, stop resisting, it doesn't mean that the person was resisting. It means that they wanted a reason to rough them up because they know they got on that body cam, or they know people around are watching or maybe video recording. So if I want to rough you up and you not resisting, what do I do to make it okay to rough you up? I keep saying, stop resisting, stop resisting, stop resisting. Then I can hit you every time I say it. Guess what? You don't have to be resisting. I want to hit you. Every time they say, stop reaching, it don't mean you reaching. That's just what they want to say, because they can always say, oh, I thought I saw a gun. Remember Timothy Thomas? I thought I saw a gun, but there was no gun. Well, he was reaching. They have learned, as opposed to apparently some of y'all, they have learned that there are certain things that we can say that make it okay for us to do whatever it is we want to do. If I want to hit them, I can say stop resisting. If I want to shoot them, I can say stop reaching. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. That's enough. That's all they need to do. Well, he didn't have a gun on him. Well, I thought he was reaching for something. That's why I gave him verbal commands to show me his hands. And he didn't show me his hands, or he showed me, but when he pulled his hands out, I thought he had something in his hands. So I shot him. But show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. That's going to always be enough to shoot you. So when police start saying stuff like that, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. I mean, for real, think about it. Police come up to you, since y'all, you and Vernon are perfect, never did anything wrong. Y'all got y'all hands at 2 and 10. Jason, Vernon, when that police officer starts saying, stop reaching, you in trouble. Because you sitting there thinking, my hands is at 2 and 10. I'm not reaching for nothing. Police officer tells you get out of the car, and you calmly and peacefully get out of the car and follow all the instructions, and they start hollering, stop resisting, stop resisting. You in trouble. I know this is blowing y'all mind because y'all thinking police would never do that. They're the most honorable people in the world, and they would never say something like stop resisting if I'm not resisting. But that's why I go through the chase, so that they can go back and they can look at the video and they can say he's justified, like they already did. That's why. I mean, think about it, Jason, just since you asked the question. Even you, not you, even Vernon, well, okay, maybe not Vernon, but I'm just saying maybe. Body cam on, police get out the car, walk up to the dude, pow, shoot him in the head. Even Vernon might say that officer was wrong. Now, there's a good chance that Vernon might not say that. Vernon might say, well, what was he doing walking down the street? If he wouldn't have been walking down the street, that police wouldn't have shot him in the head. But some of us would look at that and say, that's just wrong. Even the most staunch police supporter would look at that and, except for maybe Vernon, and say, yeah, that officer was wrong. But if he get out, dude ain't doing nothing, and he just starts screaming, stop resisting, show me your hands, stop reaching, pow. You know what everybody will say? Well, what was he reaching for? Why was he reaching? He shouldn't have been resisting. And we've seen cops do this and lose in court. When? You're going to get people killed with the way you're portraying police interactions. I'm going to get people killed. You didn't see the video, right? Right. Because I'm making all of this up. I'm making all this up. I got that young man killed in Arkansas. That's reasonable. I got that young man killed in Grand Rapids. That's reasonable. No, bro, this stuff is happening. It's happening. Bottom line, I've dealt with cops all over this country when driving that truck and never had any of these issues. Only you think that's wrong. You're right. I'm the only one who's had issues with police officers. Only me. I bet that dude that's dead in Grand Rapids think he had a problem with police. I bet. I bet the dude in Arkansas think he had a problem. I'll bet. Maurice says, where do we go from here? I think where we go from here is, and this is something I've been trying to do for 20 some odd years, convince, because we really, in order to get things changed and to get policing under control, you got to convince people that it's a problem. And as long as we still got people who don't believe that it's a problem, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. When you got people, Vernon, who celebrate when police kill people, shoot them twice in the back of the head, and always find a reason why the police officer is justified in just murdering people. We don't always have this problem. So where do we go from here? We try to convince people that it's not okay for police to just murder people. That it's not okay for police to pull people over or approach people for nothing. We try to convince these people of that. And then I guess other people have to do other work, because the work still has to be done. The cop in Houston or Dallas that killed the guy in his condo, she went to jail. Okay. You're right. She went to jail. I'm not sure what the point is in saying that. So you're saying because she went to jail, they all go to jail and none of them get away with it. Oh, because she went to jail, they won't get away with it anymore. I don't understand what you're saying. Vernon says, now you sound stupid, but okay. Okay. You could say that if you want to. She used your argument and lost. If she would have been on the street and not in his apartment. What? See what I'm saying? This, like, y'all are doing y'all best to make excuses for why this stuff ain't what it is. Had that situation happen and she not been in his apartment, she would have got off. She would have got off. You will cooperate if the police stop you today. Stop pushing the narrative, police killing everybody. Ben, you idiot. I said, how many times have I said? I'm cooperating. I'm cooperating unless I'm under the mindset that this cop is going to kill me either way. Then I'm running. But other than that, I've said that. What are you talking about? You idiot. Let's see. I got to get ready to get out of here. Jason said, we said it was wrong 20 times. That's like, here's what y'all said. Oh, the cop was wrong, but he shouldn't have ran. That's y'all saying he was wrong. That's y'all saying he was wrong. That's what y'all saying when y'all say that. But I got to get out of here. I got somewhere to be. I'm not sure that I'm going there at 3 again because of this cough and I'm not. If I have the coronavirus, I'm not trying to give it to anybody. If I have a cold, I'm not trying to give it to anybody. So I'll probably just end up staying here, hopping back into bed, drinking me some tea. Jason, you don't know that, but you have a right to believe that. You have a right to believe that. And I believe that you believe it. So, all right. I'm glad you believe it. And maybe you run into that situation one day. Maybe you and Vernon will run up on a police officer, gun out, ready to kill y'all. And don't run. Just let him do it. Don't run. Just let him do it. And then I'll say that police officer was wrong, but they should have ran. Let me see. I gotta get ready. I gotta get out of here. Janice says, get a rapid COVID test. No. Now Jason say I sound stupid. Okay. Well, hopefully. Come up and get tested. Just for you to know. Terrible show today. Bad advice. That's right. It is bad advice. Again, Jason, if you ever in that situation, don't run. Just take that bullet like a man. Just take that bullet like a man. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. It's been the afternoon experience. I am Emanuel Livingston. If I feel bad tomorrow, I'll go get a test. How about that? But just because I got this little cough, I'm not going to get a test. Did I say experience again? It's the afternoon experiment. It's the afternoon experiment. What y'all worried about? Even if I got COVID, these royal antibodies is in there fighting. They getting it in. I'll be all right. Not worried about it. It really is. It's just a little cough. It's just a little cough. It's just coming from the diaphragm, which is why it sounds so full and so deep. I'm not even going to get into full and deep. Okay. But let me see. I got to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. As always, and I mean this genuinely, I hope something amazing happens to you that affects your life in a positive way today. Until the next time, it's been the Afternoon Experiment. I'm Emanuel Livingston. I'm out, y'all. Peace.